Hey everybody, Boxing Boa coming back. I got Devil with me today. He is my male super stripe double hit for albino. And just look at these side colors. I mean, in person, this is red. His side colors are just red as red can be. He just looks, and he's super clean looking too. Especially on, look at these sides. Just, what a gorgeous boy. And then obviously you can see where he's got the super stripe going on. He's got that nice striping, tri-striping. Absolutely love these species. Definitely going to be breeding him this year probably, but not until late this year. Around summertime he'll be going in with a female. And I got an albino call female that he will be going with. He'll be going with Phoenix, right, Priest?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll be hooking up. I'll be putting them together this summer. And just, what an incredible. I'm trying to figure out the best lighting. It's so hard in the wintertime. I hate this winter lighting. The shadows in here, it's not super bright, but you can just see the colors on this boy. I mean, honestly, if you get a chance to get a super stripe, get one. They're not that common. There is some debate though, like, because there's what I would call an ultra super stripe, which is tri-striping all the way down. But there's debate on it. That's a super stripe, and then are these hit super stripes? It's sold to me as a super stripe from one of the guys from. There's only 2 breeders that I know are working. Well, actually 3 breeders. Well, 4 total. But when I say 2, I mean like 2 breeders that are more well known. And then my buddy Dave Moore has a female that is gravid. And no, he used a male super stripe, and that female's gravid. And he should be getting some awesome combos. And then me. So if you come across super stripes, real super stripes, I definitely recommend them. They're just so gorgeous, as you can see. Just, this boy is just, I mean, he's on fire. And his name's Devil, not because he's aggressive, although he is food crazy. Like, if I'm throwing rats anywhere in the house, he knows it, and I know not to put my hand in the cage. But other than that, I mean, he's a great boy. But his name's Devil because, obviously, eventually I'm going to breed him to Prada, which is my female super stripe. And so Devil wears Prada. Brooke came up with them names, and I totally love them. But he is just absolutely a gorgeous boy. So if you come across a super stripe, get him. Bill was over here, and I know the Serpent's Cave both have seen the female super stripe and held it, and both them guys, well, actually 3, because it's the Serpent Cave family, and then Bill, and they can tell you in person super stripes will knock your socks off, pattern and color wise. So I definitely absolutely, if you can find them, get them. They're worth it. They're expensive, don't get me wrong, they're not a cheap boa, but they're well worth the money. And just look at that tail. How can you not love a super stripe? Just look at the whole pattern, guys. Priest, what do you think about the super stripe gene that we're working with?
I think it's just awesome, and it's really pretty, and it's just mesmerizing to look at. And whatever we pair it with, I mean, it's always just gonna continue down the line, and we can get more awesomeness.
I agree with you. I agree. Priest, you're spot on. Who's teaching you so well?
Well, obviously you.
Well, you know.
And then all you guys on YouTube, you know.
See, it's a group effort, guys. That's what I'm saying. When you're doing your videos, you know, keep it positive, because kids and stuff are watching you and are learning from you. You know, obviously you got to get the truth out there. I'm not saying, you know, to be so positive that you're not putting the truth out there. But but you can get the truth out there in a way that is in a positive manner that people can relate to and understand. And just look how clean his head is. I mean, just absolutely, look at that. Oh, and he hasn't even shed in the last month. So, and he's looking this good. So I can't wait till his next shed. Are you kidding me? Go into shed. I fed you. Shed. It ain't working, guys. It ain't going into shed. What do I do? Priest, we did an Instagram live video the other day. I mean, not Instagram live, YouTube live video. Why don't you came home and told me, and I didn't know you'd been doing this. Why don't you tell the people what you did with your teacher? Do you want to get in front of the camera and say this, or do you want to say behind the camera?
I'll get in front of the camera.
All right, switch spots. There you go, buddy. I'll take Devil. All right, you're in frame, buddy. Go.
All right. So I was at school, and one of my sister's old teachers, he was on the other 7th grade team, and I heard that he got a ball python.
Now, does he keep the ball python at school, or is it at home?
He keeps it at school.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I wonder if he's like doing everything like right. I mean, there can be right and wrong ways to do things, but I mean, like, I just want to try and like help him to get him to get led into the right direction and everything. And so I went to go check it out, and the first thing that I noticed is that the ball python was in a tank.
So the ball python was in a tank. Eesh. What'd you say to him?
I said that...
Well, better yet, how did you educate him?
I showed him these websites, and I showed him these Ed Lilly Proline cages, and I told him, like, hey, these would be like a lot better for your snake. And then I was like explaining all this stuff to him. And
so you were explaining how they regulate temperature better and hold humidity and stuff?
Yeah, and he was like, I didn't really realize this. And then another thing, he was telling me about like its feeding, and I was like, okay, so how's it doing on that? And it
really wasn't eating the mice very well, was it?
Yeah, I mean, some snakes are mousers, as you call
right,
them. And you can try other things, but if it's a mouser, it's a mouser.
But his wasn't eating the mice very well. Is that what you told me?
Yeah.
So what'd you tell him?
I told him to try out rats, because those are a lot more nutritious for the snake, and I thought that would like work a lot better for it. And he told me that it was just tearing them up, and it just had a good shed, and it just got out of a good shed. So
that's awesome. I am so happy that you were able to help educate, somebody and point them in the right direction, and you did it in a positive way. You didn't come at him saying you're doing everything wrong, right?
Yeah.
So you did it in a way that he was responsive to you.
Yeah.
And you showed him our YouTube channel, obviously, right? And you told him about other people's YouTube channels, right?
Yeah.
So that way he could learn about snake care and ball python care better. Yeah. And what did he say about that? Was he happy with you showing him all them YouTube channels?
Yeah, he said that he has a few corn snakes at home, and I was like, oh, well, that's really cool. And then I was like, well, with all these YouTube channels and all these websites, you can learn like a lot more about them, and you can get really educated, and like you can like start your own collection, and you can like get in the business. I mean, you can just have fun with it. I mean, they're your pets. So, I mean, just, like, have fun with it.
So he has corn snakes at home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. I mean, corn snakes are, they're not... I don't like corn snakes, but I know a lot of people that do. Reptile Jones has some cool ones. A bunch of other people do. So, yeah. So that's, honestly, Priest, I'm proud of you. That's a good job. That's like, I've heard you help so many people, but I'm glad you were able to help your teacher. That's just wonderful. So, why don't we end this video, and you do the outro.
Oh jeez, I don't know if I can remember it.
You always stand behind the camera. How do you not remember this?
When I'm put on the spot.
Oh boy. Alright, go.
I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Drop a like. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. You know that we'll get back to you. And I hope that we hope that you have a blessed and positive day. And
Peace.